Hopefully this shit's working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's working. I don't know if I got any sound. Oh, I got sound too. Alright. What's up, everybody? I'm Scruff Dog, and we're doing fine on signal. Does that look blurry, like it didn't focus right? I can't. Oh, there it is. Close the thing. Okay. So what's going on, everybody? Let me see what we got there. I guess that's working. It's been a hell of a week, folks. And YouTube is being a butt. Let me make sure we're all on the same page here. I think we're good to go. Alright. Alright. Hello, everybody. Mr. Furbear, thanks for stopping by, helping out. Hello to the chat crew. Joe Russ, Phil in the kitchen, Gas Masher, Queen of Fire, Liz Edwards is here, and I do have a standard woofler with me if we have an opportunity. It's a really nice day out. There are people pouring into this park, so we'll see what we can do. I also have my vape with me for after fly time. We can have a little vape together. I think I got it. There it is. Keep it in that pocket so it is straight up and down. See Kevin Hardesty, Rob Worrell, good to see you. Franco, I have an update for you. Dave from Spectrum DIY. If you haven't seen how his synthesizer shit's going, it's going well. Wanda is filling in nicely. So take a look at some of his latest streams. So, how's everybody doing? I guess we'll start off with some visuals, and then we'll get to flying. The plan today is I'm in the upper parking lot here at Double Rock. What we'll do is we'll start here. We're going to fly. Here, let me flip the camera. So, we'll just do that one. So the plan here today, this is the park we're at, Double Rock, is we're going to launch Mavis from here. We're going to walk down the path, and that leads up to the field, like the ball field, and then over and back down into like the, there's like picnic tables, fucking big gazebo pavilions, yeah, those fucking things. And then there's, we'll go into the woods from there. The trick on this is I haven't really done anything with Mavis where she goes down and then back up in altitude while following. So we'll see if she crashes into that tree right there or if she actually just follows along. Besides that, let me give you some quick visuals of my week. So you can see what my wheels normally look like, like that there. But if you come over here, it's a little different, right? Stock, weird 5-window thing. And here's the other visual that you'll get the explanation of here in a minute. Oh yeah, she's a beaut. So there's some visuals for you. I'll fill in the blanks as we go. All right. Let's see. What do we got going on in chat? Still need. Oh yeah, I gotta get back. Sorry about that, Dave. It's turned into a week, let me tell you. Alright, so I guess we'll walk and talk. Let me get Mavis launched, and then we'll switch over to Mavis View. Oh shit, let me spread these propellers out. Doo-doo-doo. Come on. Kind of in the middle of the road, kinda not. Oh, don't do what I just did and turn your drone on before you turn the remote on. You should do that the other way around. I didn't completely use up my tire. That was actually one of the better tires on the truck, which is why I'll be getting a couple new ones here soon. What do you see? You see the camera, okay. You do not see the Mavis. Alright, we're in a... I'm not going to need any kind of special authorization.
Please check it on the map.
She is connected. She's ready to rock and roll, I believe. Let me... Let's see, flip the camera first. And screencast. And audio off, even though it doesn't really seem to matter, which is annoying. I think we're good. I like going screencast on. Let me move the camera view up here. It runs over my drone. I ain't trying to kill anybody today. Wow, what the hell is that? Chat phone going crazy. Alright. You seeing what you should be? You are. Wow, you even see that too? Okay. Go away. Stop. Jeez. Alright. I guess let's start recording. And
take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
alright. Actually, I gotta stop recording to pop that out of the way. Where's my stuff? Oh, that's right. I just need to click. Is that it? There we go. I haven't used this shit in so long, I forget sometimes. Active track, trace, go. Record. Alright, let's see if she fucking breaks or if she actually does what she's supposed to do. First obstacle would be the pole. Alright. Everybody's looking at me funny, that's pretty much par for course anyway, so. Alright, chitty chat. Oh, right. You don't want to chat, you want to know what's up with that tire. Well, the tire story starts Sunday. A few hours after the stream, Jeff the cat had another seizure. And he's already on seizure medication. So that was kind of a surprise. Like, we know there's going to be breakthroughs, but it seemed slightly different. And it didn't help that he fell down the stairs. Like, they're carpeted, but still, like, having a seizure while you're falling down the stairs isn't cool. Oh Christ, here comes this tree. Is going to guillotine the shit out of her, I bet. Let me go over here, give her her best chance. So that happened Sunday. Kept an eye on him. Monday was okay. And then Tuesday, while I was at work, sorry for the beeps. Tuesday, while I was at work, he had like a very violent like 5-minute long seizure. So I got out of work as quickly as I could, took him to the emergency vet, and they held him there for 24 hours for observation. They couldn't find anything in his blood work, nothing unusual, so they don't know if it's just epilepsy or something else, but they want us to get him to a neurologist, which I will be doing as soon as I can save up enough money to do so. So they called us Wednesday to come pick him up, and on the way up there, about a mile from the vet, I was doing about 60, and my left front popped. When the tread came off, it grabbed the steel. Like, I have an older truck, so it actually has metal. The tread grabbed the steel inner liner and ripped it. So it was basically a flap hanging out, and every time the tread came around, it would hit the flap, and it sounded like I had a fucking piston going through the block. But there's a dog down there. Dogs don't like drones. So I pulled over to a parking lot, called AAA, or I'm sorry, put in a mobile request, because it's just that easy through the Nationwide app. 10 minutes later, I get a text message, hey, we need to contact you about your tow request. Call in, and someone whose name wasn't Jack, no matter what they say, proceeded to start the whole claim over again, because they had no record of it. Whatever the hell that was, I don't know. So did that. That took about 20 minutes. I had sent the, I guess you'd say, ex-wife on her way with on a Lyft thing to go get Jeff and get him home. That was quite expensive. But so after all that bullshit, 20 minutes on the phone with them, and then they start sending me a text message every 8 minutes. Sorry for the delay, we're still looking for a tow provider. Well, after about 45 minutes of that, I said, fuck this. I called work, and luckily my apprentice, who I had just left behind shortly before, had just finished up his shit, and he drives a 2013 Chevy Express van for his service van, which also happens to have an 8-lug Chevy bolt pattern on it. And through sheer luck, the hub-centric diameter was exactly the same as my 95. So the wheel actually fits exactly as it should. It just looks funny, and I think the offset's like, I think it's like 10 millimeters out farther, but like, what the fuck ever, it's a few days. So he came up, he was almost there, and then I get a text message that says, oh, we have a tow provider for you. They'll be there in 3 hours. I went, yeah, you fucking get fucked. I'm glad I'm not actually paying for this shit. So I called and canceled the tow, and then I just drove my truck home. But I don't have a spare, because my spare blew a couple months ago. Hadn't had a chance to get another one, so wanted to do that Saturday, but it's just things. So now I'm going to do that tomorrow after work. Go get 2 used tires. And go from there. Now, as far as Mr. Jeffrey goes, he's been very lethargic. I'll check chat here in a minute. We're getting to a complicated spot here. There's a cable. Should clear the cable. Probably. If not, you're about to see a crash. I guess it made it. As far as Jeff goes, now that you know what's up with the tire, he's very lethargic. I mean, as you'd expect. Well, as you'd expect once I tell you what's up. He's on... I'm not even going to try to put her in there. Let's stop the follow. Come on, girl. She doesn't want to land right there. Alright, how about over here? Oh, you're still in follow mode. Okay, that's why you don't want to land. Alright, so, let's do this for now. So he's very lethargic. He was on Keppra. Now he's on Keppra and phenobarbital, which is both the heavy hitters for, and the most common anti-seizure medication for like dogs and cats. The only problem is now that he's on phenobarbital, he's going to have to get liver screened pretty much for the rest of his life. Well, for the rest of his life, once or twice a year, because it's very heavy on the liver. But besides that, he's also on a sedative because he tore himself up basically with all the muscle spasms, and he's on an antibiotic in case there is a bacterial issue that's causing that could be causing the sudden surge in seizures. So we're keeping an eye on him, very tight. He's not allowed on stairs unless we're there and watching. We have like things blocked off now. And we're doing what we can. We're lining up the medications so that he should only have to take medication twice a day, because right now I believe it's 5 or 6 times, and they're working on focusing, I guess you could say, the times on that just to make it easier on him, and that way people can sleep in the middle of the night, be able to get a full night's sleep. So yeah, that's the biggest update. I guess let me see what's up with chat. Let me scroll back because I know I've missed a bit. Must have been a bear tree, pretty much. Full screen. Where Jeff? Yeah. Is that screwed up? Yeah, he seems slightly, I don't want to say with it, like he's not like totally, like, well, the first couple nights he was pretty high, like one of those things where he'd sit in a spot and he'd just totally blank, like no tracking, he'd freeze, you'd have to like kind of nudge him and then he'd like come back to reality. Yesterday he was moving around pretty good. He actually jumped up in the window, which he doesn't do much anyway, but yesterday he got up in the window and took a nap for a little while. So hopefully in a few days he'll be feeling a little bit better, and he won't have to deal with this shit, because that's just not fair. Kitty cat shouldn't have to go through that. Let me get some water. It's actually like very nice out. It's like, oh shit, fucking tripods coming apart. That's trying to hang myself here. It's what, 22 I think right now, which is like 70. No, not 20. It's like 72, which is like 23, 24 degrees Celsius, I think. Fairly close. But like, it's nice as shit out. Probably maybe a 1 or 2 mile an hour wind. Alright, I'm gonna have to hang this off my belt. It's actually warm out, so I'm gonna be thirsty. That's any good thing about doing a cold stream. You don't get very thirsty because you're not like warm. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do here. I don't know how many people are in the woods, so fuck it, you know what? I'm just gonna carry Mavis, and then maybe it won't be so much of a fucking seizure cam as I'm walking through the woods. I guess we'll have to see how that works. I guess should I fold her up? Like, it doesn't know if she's folded up, so it shouldn't affect function. Nothing's in the way. Alright, we'll try that. And the motors are sensitive enough that if for some reason it decides it wants to take off, it will detect that all 4 motors are being held by my hands. And, oh yeah, let's probably want to look at something other than the sky, huh? Get the gimbal into a more natural position here. Let's see. If I'm walking like this, we're going to want to gimbal down a little bit. Hey, we're still recording. Alright, you want to try this? Tons of love to Jeff. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I'll let him know, I'll let Jeff know what's up. Like, I do talk to him like I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's just a fuzzy, small fuzzy person. Well, let's see how this does. I can't really tell because I'm wearing sunglasses, but like, is it less earthquakey than my usual hike so far? I haven't been here in a long time. This is actually where I took my first flight, up at the field. Where's Blue Path? Where's yeah, let's go to Blue Path. The other path's really steep, and I have a Mavis. Looks pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Furbear. Like, I'm just holding her, you know, just whoop, whoop. Oh, can you? I don't know. You get it. She's just folded up and I'm holding her. Blue trail's over here. And from what I can see, it does seem okay. I think the biggest issue is just as I'm turning, she doesn't know to turn as well, so the gimbal might be getting a little derp. How? Okay, I guess I just walked through a spider web. Forgot about those. Is this the blue? Where the hell is the blue? Does anybody know where the blue trail is? Can you help me out here? Because that's past it. God, do people just not hike? There it is. Like, people just hike so little. That trailer we're wearing on. Can't be the only asshole that walks the blue trail. Come on, people. Alright, I think it's just obscured by raking or leaf blowing. We're weak. So how is everybody's weekend going? I will say at least the weekend has been a little more relaxed. So there's that. Now that we got people coming. Now that the weekend, or the week of cats is done, as soon as I get my tires taken care of, I will finally get one taken care of the next iteration of wooflers. I will print the new outdoor woofler and finished designing. Dude, like, I'm swinging my arm and everything as we're walking. I don't know. Like, I just realized I was, like, casually walking, swinging my arm. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera or not. The woofle development should continue shortly. Let me take the gimbal down a pinch, so you can kind of see more. Yeah, let's see how that does. So this is the park where I pretty much grew up as a kid. So I've been coming here since I was 7. So for like 37 years. There's some puppies. Saw my first flash flood here. It was actually right in this section, up the hill over there where we'll go. Like my first flash flood as it happens. Like I've seen flash floods as they, like, you know, you come down afterwards and, you know, it goes from being, you know, foot high to, like, the water will come up over these banks. It'll get to the hill over there. You can get 5-6 foot floods coming through here. But I actually got to see my, like, first full out total fucking wave roll through here a few years ago. 4-foot wave came through. I was staring at the river, just watching it slowly creep up, watching the pebbles slowly disappear in certain sections. And I went, yeah, we should probably go up to higher ground. And it was maybe 5 minutes later, a 4-foot wall of water just rolled the fuck on down. And about, I guess, a minute after that, another foot and a half surge on top of that came through. Like fucking whole trees and just big shit rolling through. It was awesome. It's a shame I didn't, like, get it on camera or anything, but it was during a pretty wicked thunderstorm. One of those, like, sometimes it is nice to just say, whatever, it's like 90 degrees out, ain't worried about getting wet. There comes a storm, let's go for a hike. Love hiking in thunderstorms, especially in the woods. Just adds a little more excitement. Wow, this thing, Mavis is confused as all get out, I guess. Alright, there's people over there. I guess let's go back over. I'm trying to bug people, and also I'm trying to have people bug me. Let's get over here. And I'm holding the heat sink for the computers, and it's not warm at all. Well, for the computer and the MOSFETs, and it's not warm at all. So she's confused as all get out because she's moving without moving, but seems to work just fine as a gimbal if you don't mind staring at a thing like that. I guess what we'll have to do when it's time to fly again, we'll just reboot. Did you turn it on and off again? See what's up in chat here. Looks pretty good. Looks great, sunny air. Hey, Chronic Gaming, thanks for stopping by. It's 85 where Dave is. Not bad. Now I'm thinking of a shoulder mount for Mavis so you'd have your hands free. Yeah, Furbear, there's already a cradle that has been sitting on Tinkercad for probably 6 months. It's about half developed. And it is made specifically for using Mavis as a camera gimbal. It seems to be going just fine, so we'll see how today goes. It could be a possibility. Walk around looking like a fucking predator with like an evil vampire bat on my fucking shoulder. Now, just tell people, like, if there's I have special motors on it so that when shit hits the fan, I can just fly away. But yeah, I just shifted my pack and fly away. You know, we'll at least be able to find one person that believes that shit. Definitely springtime, folks. Look at all the green. Let me actually inquire about others and what their opinion would be. Like maybe go on the DJI forums and just say, hey, this is what I was thinking. Since I don't have money to get a gimbal, and I always forget to grab the one from work. But I mean, I'm holding, this gimbal on its own, I think, is like $300 or $400. So, like, I already have a fucking swank ass gimbal. I don't need another one. And if the only opposition to this would be the safety of takeoff, I'll even take one of the fucking flight sticks off. Because if I'm going to have it in something that's going to be encased in, like, in a plastic holster, fucking props ain't going to spin, especially if she's all folded up anyway. So there'd be zero chance of takeoff. So I wouldn't need to regain control if she took off. Because, she'd be folded up. So at that point, I wouldn't need flight sticks, which would mean just eliminate that hazard altogether. And see what's funny here. So you got all this woods, everything's all honky-dory. If you look up there, like dead center straight up, like that's the back of a big-ass fucking shopping center. There's a bug. Bugga. So I wish they made a drone with branch detection and follow that was good enough to follow me when I jog this stream. Because I like to run down the middle of it. Most of it has rocks, obviously not all of it like here. But anywhere that there's rocks, I like to come down here in the summer and just not run it necessarily, but kind of power walk it, I guess. It's because I love bouncing around off the rocks. I've been doing it since I was a kid. Like, walking on rocks is very natural for me. So jogging on them is just like, okay. Let's just walk up this way. I end up running into people, but a little bugger off. Because if there's not much more to go down that way, the trails kind of run out and just lead up to a major road. You might be able to hear a little bit of the traffic in the background. So we'll go back this way. We'll go up towards, we'll pick a trail and head up towards the cemetery. Whoa. Yeah. I think I hit a button. Oh, yep. Holy crap, sorry. Hey, let's see what happens when our exposure goes 3x. Oh, as I usually do, I forgot to announce today I'm using polarized number 8 lens from Free Will Filters. Not a sponsor, just a fucking quality manufacturer of lenses. The 8s are what I use the most. It's a good all-around one. And apparently, I should start researching shit like the. I think I have like a 256, which is basically a goddamn welding lens. But apparently, you can do cool shit with those too. I don't know. I'm not well versed in photography. I am still learning. Well, basically just trying to learn what the drone knows, which seems to be a pretty decent amount. These are nice drones. Lots of photography options. What the hell? Yeah. Anyway. At some point, hopefully we'll get back up to the field. There'll be less dogs around and mess around with some of the trick shots, as I had hoped in the description. However, if that doesn't happen and we just hike around for a while and have another flight at some point, I guess that's alright too. The follow seemed to work pretty good. I didn't see exactly which paths she was taking, but she made it. I was doing a follow a little farther up on the trail. Maybe part of, actually it's in one of my early follow videos here. If you look carefully, you can see where she did the upside down lawnmower to a couple of branches and leaves. Alright, let's see. Is there a way across here? And I can cross over there maybe? Just to avoid the normies. Yeah, let's just go down this way. Let's see what's up with chat before I can jump on down. Hey, Leon. Thanks for stopping by. There's also some, if you're a geocacher, there's also geocaches in this park. Maybe that's something we could do. Why did it just beep? Yeah, stop recording. I probably hit a button. I don't even know what we're recording in. 1080? Yeah, that's fine. Shit. Forget what I was saying. I just started to say something different, neat, whatever. Can't rewind. Hey, Mr. A Cake. What was I going to say? Son of a bitch. Yeah, can anybody remember what I was just getting ready to talk about before that thing beeped at me? So I can climb up here without falling over. God damn, I hate when I start saying something. Totally blasted out of my brain. Is it something up here? Have something to do with where we're walking? See what chat says. I don't know what I was starting to say when that beeped. Anyway, what is making noise? Oh, geocaching, that's what I was talking about. Maybe we'll do a geocaching stream this summer. If you don't know what geocaching is, it is a free hobby. If anyone says you have to pay to join or pay to get software to participate, they are ripping you off. Although, like, the official app does have a pay level, I don't know that anybody actually fucking uses it. So, anyway, geocaching is basically you take a fucking piece of Tupperware or whatever, put some cool trinkets in it, put a little log, and you hide it somewhere, and other people hunt them down, sign the log, trade a trinket, you know, take one, leave one, or just leave one or whatever. Hold on, there's a bunch of people. Alright. So that's pretty much geocaching. There's different things you can do. Sometimes they're like, take a picture from this perspective, or some people will take like metal electrical boxes, stick them to like a side of a electrical box at like a rural farms. So, you know, hiding in plain sight. Man, my old ass is out of shape. Here comes somebody. Hello. This is all uphill. See, just like a classic old person. Now I'm sweating on Mavis. Classic old person. Uphill both ways. I'm gonna have to stop a second here and see what's tinking. I'm gonna find a place. But yeah, geocaching's pretty cool. I never got around to putting one down myself. A buddy of mine has one about 30 feet from here, but I don't want to, well, we'll save that for our stream. Sorry, I'm like flinging the camera all over the place. Here comes a spot to have a seat for a second. See what the hell is tinking. And just fucking have a seat for a second. Is there a million ants on this motherfucker? Nope. Still don't trust what Mavis wanted to. Fuck, I guess I kind of have to. Alright. Let me know if you see any ants. Just yell really loud. Something just run up my back. Jeez. Alright. I think that tink's just gonna have to be there just because it's hitting zippers and shit. Let's get some water. I don't see any ants yet. Doesn't look like it's got carpenter ants through it yet. At least not in that section. Alright. What can she see? She can see a tree. Oh, that's over there. Okay. Chut-chut. Uphill both directions, yep. Hey, Brian Young. Good to see you. Oh, good. Here comes a big-ass downhill with another big-ass uphill afterwards. Whew. I will sleep just fine tonight. There's enough dogs on these trails that I don't want to fly Mavis through the trails. I've got to see a dog that doesn't lose its shit when it gets close enough to a drone. And I don't, I mean, I'm just not trying to make anyone's dog lose their mind. What is that? Because that's not cool. Definitely need to get more hiking now. If Double Rock's wearing me out like this, I definitely need to do more walkie hikey. Not so much flat land hiking. Or just work at the Amazon more. Every time I go there, a full lap around the outer perimeter of the building is 1.1 miles. And when I say outer perimeter, I mean the path that's inside the building that you pretty much follow the outer wall around to get from location to location, as they call it, the Green Mile, which I ain't fucking kidding. It's about 1.1 miles. So every time I go there to work on telemetry stuff, the last time I was there, I walked 5 miles in like 2 hours. That's just all you do. You just move and move and move, and you're hustling ass trying to catch up to operators. And it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But get your walking in. Looks like somebody had an ouchie and went thump. And this fence here, it's pretty much always been here. Double Rock owns both sides of the property, or I guess Baltimore County owns both sides of the property, so both sides are now Double Rock. But if you go out too far, you run into a cemetery. That's like the next piece of property. You can also find little spots where, well, last time I was there, you could tell someone had probably been living there. But in almost like it was an unusual setup. They were lots of square timbers, like gridding out like 20 by 20 sections. Like, we may visit it one day, but I'm going to get my hiking legs back on me before we do that. Anything else up there? Oh, and then on the other end of the property, there's an abandoned house from like the 1800s, like the foundation of it, I should say. And there's this big creepy fucking tree that's obviously been there for like probably a couple hundred years, maybe. I'm not really much of a tree guy, but if you have this big motherfucking tree and there ain't shit growing underneath any of it, that means that motherfucker's been there for a while, because it's got roots that are just killing everything. Yeah, let's see what's up here. This leads towards the cemetery. I don't think it's too hilly. Yeah, there's a little bits and pieces of cool stuff around here. arm's getting tired. There's the, yeah. There's the, I forget what cemetery it is. Switch hands here. See if that helps. That's where that path goes. I've not found any remnants or anything of gravestones or graves or unusual holes in this area, like all along this stretch, so I would not call this an abandoned part of the cemetery. Although I do know where, I guess it would still be there, an abandoned cemetery from the 1800s is. Hold on. Right smack dab in the middle of like a bunch of apartment complexes where I grew up. That was weird. We grew up there, like it literally was right next to the spot where we played baseball. And like a couple years later, there's just this one spot. Nobody really paid much attention to it. I mean, it's probably a 100-foot by 100-foot plot. See, they went that way, let's go this way. But we found this old fucking abandoned cemetery. Just all dilapidated and obviously forgotten about. There's about a 3-foot deep hole there. Someone had, whatever, nothing exposed that we could see. Don't know whatever happened to that. But that was interesting to find when you were like 12. What the fuck? And it's weird to think about it now that, like, is that a common thing to just, like, straight up abandon cemeteries? Like, I thought, like, for some reason, when you think about it, you'd think there would be a law or something that said, you gotta keep up with that shit? I don't know. Yeah, I'll go this way. Hands are full. What battery we got here? Yeah, doing pretty good on battery. There's a lot of carpenter ants in that motherfucker. Alright, let me check chat. It's been a minute, huh? Mr. Egg Kick. Antibodies. Oh. Careful campfire and cook up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, tower update. Fuck. Thanks, Franco. I actually heard this morning, well, earlier today, this morning, whatever, from someone that they have decided not to publicly announce the date of demolition of the towers. They don't want a crowd of people there. They don't want to have to try and fend off crowds with a bunch of cops and shit. So they are not publicly announcing the day of demolition. That being said, apparently people in the neighborhood will be notified 24 to 48 hours before the demolition happens. So the only way I'm going to know when the demolition is if I know someone that lives next to the towers. So I called Steve, who lives in the neighborhood right next to the towers, and actually it was Steve that kind of let me know about all this. So as soon as he hears about it, he's going to let me know, like, instantly, and then we will see what we can do. So it's going to be like, surprise! So as soon as I figure it out, like, we may only have 24 hours or less notice for the channel, but I will kick up a stream, let everybody know. Hopefully it'll work out like that, and hopefully they won't decide not to even give any heads up, because it's going to be a shame if we show up one day or hear about it in the news that we missed it. So there's a lot of people here. Why don't we head up this way. I was gonna, okay, if I goes that way, I'm cutting right through 1 million people. Let's see, what can you see? See, like right down there is like this cool little rock waterfall thing that I've taken pictures of. I think I've featured it on the stream before. Oh, fuck it, let's just go cut through. So yeah, the stacks is going to get complicated, but little deal. Is this my gimbal? It is my gimbal control, alright. Copyright? Alright. Where is the field? Is kind of up there. If we go the other way, we're still gonna have to go uphill. So let's just go uphill this way. And actually, yeah, we'll do this. I'll turn around, I'll get a shot of the waterfall thing from over here. Oh, wrong way. Alright. There's the cliff, one of the cliffs here. This is about 30 feet up. Oop. This is a cool spot. I've gotten some pretty neat pictures in this area. Like once you're out over it and not trying to fall. Is there a fence there? No, there's no fence up there. It's a lot of bushes. I think I can get up this thing. Oh, hold on, just in case you didn't know. Gimbal straight. Nothing is real. Anarchy. Word. Gimbal up. Up, 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 up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Alright. So I'm gonna get all the way up here and there's gonna be like some horrible obstruction. But this is one of the fields. It's a weird drop off. I don't remember it being that much of a drop off. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I can get that way. Alright. A little bit of straight up and down. Hell. Oop, gimbal down. You know what? Why don't we go find a shady picnic table? Grandpa can sit his ass down. Why do we have power equipment out on a Sunday afternoon? I think there's some want to go down there. Somebody's being noisy. These microphones on this phone are actually pretty good. So here's the spot where I took my first flight. Also, I think this was my first drone video that I posted. Came flying from over there, swooped down through here and over that way. And by absolute sheer luck, a doggy was running with me. It looked planned, but I assure you it wasn't. If I'm not mistaken, I think that doggy's name was Achilles. Alright, this is kind of in the shade. Let's just shove it down the hill, then it will be in the shade. Give me a second here. I'll take this backpack off. Let my back dry. Whew. Look at this tink shit. I'm gonna tighten that up a little bit. Tink. I don't even know what. Oh, it's hitting the carabiner. Is that what it is? Oh, fuck that carabiner. Hold on. Let me get this stupid carabiner out. That's the source of the tink. Put it on the other handle. Man, I got shit about to fall out of my backpack. What the fuck? I almost lost part of the camera mount. Damn. Oh, that happened. Alright. Phew. Let's put that there. And then you gotta deal with me. That's a hike. Should have brought my my other watch so I could see how much I was hiking today, but I forgot, and I forgot to set up I forgot to set up an app to track it. Alright, so hopefully we'll get enough notice for the towers and be able to get close enough. I mean, I figure worst comes to worst. I also talked to Steve. He said if there's an issue, just go right to his house. And I think he's 3/4 of a mile by air, which might be tough because of all the Wi-Fi in his neighborhood. But with the range extender, hopefully you can get close enough. Well, and we also got to see the TFRs. I'm gonna see if I can subscribe to TFRs. That's temporary flight restrictions. Like, I already have some subscription level, but I want to make sure I have a very detailed level, so that if that pops up, I may hear about it before they do, if they close off the airspace. It's one of them weird things when you have, like, you don't even need to like be anybody special. You can just subscribe to TFRs in your area. So like, I know every time Biden goes home, because there's a TFR in Williamson, Delaware. I know every time he goes to Camp David, because there's a TFR in Thurmont. It's really weird, like, the freely available information that's out there that you don't find out about it until you just run into it and you go, okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if a TFR kicked up for the plant, I would be notified through the same system. But I'm not positive. I gotta wait for games to start kicking in at the stadium again, because they closed off stadium. But I don't know if I'm subscribed to sporting events or not. It's complicated. I may just have to start checking every couple days. because I figure they'll probably apply for the TFR at least 72 hours in advance. That's pretty much like the standard, I believe. But I don't know, we'll see. Sorry, I feel like I'm like fucking rambling now. Can you woofle in public? Not right here. There's a lot of people around. We may not have a full woofle today. We may have to go with the lighter edition. There's enough people at the park that doing a feature thing isn't going to happen. That will probably end up doing... okay. That will probably end up doing at one of the state parks, big area. I forget how much signal. Well, the signal's not horrible at the beach park, Hammerman area, but they got a really big field right there that we can do show off some of the functions of the drone. Like the quick shots, trick shots, whatever you want to call them. Basically like how it was following me and just more than that. But we can at least get a flight in. Pretty much just sit here, fly around a little bit. I guess once we're done, we'll just do a follow shot back down to the truck. So, let me grab a fresh battery here. And we'll take her up. See, like I do have the stuff. There's a lot of people here today. Which I thought there might be. Oh, it just stopped recording. And I thought there might be a lot of people here, but never hurts to bring just in case. Battery number 2. Let's see here. Any new 3D printing projects? No, just trying to catch up on the wooflers. And then I'm going to make a different mount for this for hiking so that I don't need to carry the remote. Because right now, even if I'm hiking, I have to carry this whole getup so that I can have everything like in one holder. But I need to make one where it's just 2 phones. So one for camera, one for chat. And then I have another mount that I need to design for a completely different project that it'll just show up one day. Because who knows how long that's going to take, because it's going to take a minute to figure out how I want to do that, because that's it's going to need some reinforcement, some extra strength and shit for what I'd like to do. Stop recording at 30 minutes. Yeah, actually that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to swap batteries out, so I got to unfold her so that when the motors and the gimbal go into check, they don't derp out. I'll spread the props. Everything ready. Alright, move the water. Move her house. What are you looking at? Oh, you're still looking at me, I guess. Alright, hold on a sec. It's going to get weird for a sec. Ooh, don't go in there. Ba-doom. Is it? All right. Let's start. There we go. Tra-la-la. At the furthest point, Mavis's distance meter said 25 540, so just over almost half a mile farthest away from the Suburban. Where is she going? Okay, we're connected. Can hear someone's hot rod out there. Alright, move over so I don't blend myself.
Point has been updated.
Hold on.
Please check it on the map.
Let me stick Mavis's house back in the backpack so the batteries don't get hot. Oh, and next week, I guess we'll get into that real quick before I take off. Next week we'll be at the bench. We'll be working on a couple of old projects I found while I was cleaning up. I found a set of shelves on clearance because they had a crack. I mean, like a crack in one of them, and it was open box. So I'm guessing someone returned it. So I got them for 20 bucks, and I was able to pull all the, like, a lot of the storage stuff that's in front of me, like when I'm standing at the bench. Like, I got to pull a lot of that off the shelf, get it on these other shelves, get some other stuff sorted out, and now I have like my oscilloscope that's been sitting in a box for fucking 10 years. That's on the shelf. My other my little cheapy oscilloscope that Dave still needs to make is on there. The microscope's sitting up there. Like the equipment that I would have to like find and search out when I wanted to use it, it's just slowly making its way onto the shelves. And now I'm going to have room to also build myself a basic power supply out of just a couple of computer power supplies. One or two of them, I'll have to see what's available. So I'm actually got some of the storage out of the way so I can put equipment there, which is nice. It'll make everything a lot easier. And I don't have to spend any money because it's all shit that's just been shoved in corners for years. It just comes out when it needs to. That is a 68 Camaro. Anyway. So yeah. Let's go.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
There you go. Did we miss him? I can't even tell. Oh, there he is. Pretty sure it's a 68 by the tail lights. Can't get too close. Lots of trees in the area. I don't even know what the tree level is right now. So I can fly right over the front yards. So here's this is Parkville Elementary, or fucking hell. What the hell is this? This is Parkville Middle School. Is it? Or is this the elementary school? I think this is the middle school. I used to live, let's see, what road are we at here? If that's the front, that's going up, whatever that is, that's Avondale over there. Let me take these shades off so I can see a little better here. See, I lived just off the corner when I was a wee lad of God damn. Whew, what a week. Putty Hill and Avondale Road. Let's see. Where is that? Is that this here? Yeah, because that's where the tree with the willow house. Yeah, that used to be right in my crosshairs. That used to be my backyard. Yeah. So I used to live there when I was lived there like 30 some years ago. Alright. That's not recording. I'm not real worried about that right now. I used to hang out, let's see, used to come up through those woods a lot. Stream, where is Jason? Jason lived somewhere in there, and we would always go over into like this area here. I feel like there's more neighborhood than there used to be. Like, I wonder if they expanded their ball fields. Like, I feel like there used to be more woods back here. But, I mean, that was a long time ago. Alright. So one thing you won't see a lot of today is water. Besides the stream that's behind and around. There's the, is that the Beltway up there? Yeah. That's Putty Hill right there. The Beltway, is that the Beltway? Or is that 40? No, wait, that was the...
Fly cautiously.
Manned aircraft nearby. Yeah, okay. That is one thing that was neat about winter, was you didn't have to squint so damn much. I think I still have a pair of shades that help with glare, but not so much with eliminating light, so I can see the screen better. I'll have to dig those up. Road's not super busy, so we should be fine there. So here's like the big shot of Double Rock. The big view. I can almost reach my buddy's house from here. Tried that once. I got like within a few hundred feet. Did I do that on a stream? Oh no, I think I posted a video, like a produced video about it. Just runs out at like, I think it's just over 2 miles. It's just so much interference from the neighborhood. That's where we were walking earlier. Oh, well, yeah, I should say no water. Like, there's obviously the stream, but shiny. Gimbal down. I have no idea where we're at this point. Okay, there we go. Slow her down. Let's go to cinematic mode. I'm trying to see where the hell we are through my squints here. Is that the stream? Let's take her down a little bit. We don't need to be. I think we have a. Oh. It's like, why is it taking so long to drop? This is not good. It'll help if we are in mode that promotes movement. is the general height? Oh, we are way over the trees. I'll keep it around 200. Why did it just do that? Is that a trail or a stream? That's funny, then you go back, like I'll go back and watch the stream later just to see what was up and like catch stuff I missed in chat. That I usually gotta wait till like the next day for it to finish processing so that it will replay with chat. That is always neat going back and seeing all the shit I missed. Like, hey, can anybody see where the hell this is? And like you're staring right at it kind of thing. I've considered repurposing the Apple iPad 5th gen, I think it is, that I got from my old company. Thinking, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I'm thinking of possibly repurposing that for flying. Just so I can have a bigger screen, and apparently it might be a shade brighter than a Samsung screen. I just don't know how well it'll perform like streaming. But that may be a factor eventually. I think it's in like creep mode. Let's see what's up with chat. Polarized lenses cut transmission by 50%. Yeah. Problem with polarized lenses is that if they're polarized the wrong way, I'm going to have to stare at the screen sideways. I think the ones I have are non-polarized. Pretty sure I've used them last year. I think I used them once at the power plant. I wonder if we could see that big ass tree and foundation. There's also a community garden over here. Let me see, where are we? We are sitting right there, which I'll just do a flyby. And that'll take us over top of us. And over to the community garden, and from the community garden I know how to get to the abandoned foundation. So we are in the crosshairs right about there. I think you can already see the community garden. See how it's doing this year. There goes Mavis. They're just starting it up. Got some people in there so far. Let's see here. That's cool. I guess it was lush as hell last year. That's cool, it's pretty big. Like you can hike up to it, like you can hike the back of the trails. You can come down right through that opening right there. Or over here, if we fly to the station up here, there'll be a gate and a trail. See, there's that. Let's see. If we can find that foundation. You'll probably see it before I do. If I see it at all. Like, I know where it's at in relation to the trail-ish. Where's that big-ass tree? There's that. You walk down. Sorry, like, do you see it? It's like right around here. I think that's the trail right there that goes right next to it, which would mean that's the tree here. And the foundation would be right in there. Like, I wonder if a bunch of shit has grown, more stuff has grown through it. I can't get too low. I can't tell. Well, we will, we'll just have to walk up to it one of these days. Alright. Now, let's see here. Oh, the green is coming in nicely. Battery's not too bad. We're at 170 feet. It's not bad. I think that'll keep us over the trees. Seems like, generally speaking, around Maryland, 150 feet is all you really need to clear, like, most trees. I don't know if that's a quote-unquote national average. Like, is that pretty much where trees stop growing, or... Whee! Wow, look at that. Look at that horizon. Holy crap. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to doing anything with that yet. Like, there may be just something a little bit off with the gimbal after that last dink. I gotta get gas today. That's gonna suck. Now we're back up by the foundation in the garden, aren't we? That's the back of the neighborhood. I just put the garden right there. I am recording, okay. Okay. That horizon is awesome. Can't wait till I gotta use this footage. I'm gonna put it into Photoshop or Premiere or whatever, and it's gonna be like, you seriously want me to straighten this shit out? Let's pop it up a little bit so that we can fly a little further out. Probably reach Harford Road. Generally speaking, people aren't standing on rooftops, so it's a safe bet to fly over rooftops if you want to avoid flying over people. Well, that's pretty level. Alright. How's the wind? Pretty much not much. Pretty much not much. Good job. I need some medicine. Fucking neck's starting to hurt. All the usual aches and pains of hiking in the summer. Not horrible, not bad, that's okay. Is that Hartford up there? Hey, I'm doing a speed limit too. I'm doing 24.5 and I know that's a 25-mile-an-hour road. Alright. I noticed we haven't gotten any bird attacks on video yet. Not that I'm hoping for one, but I have gotten attacked a couple times that I've managed to fly out. Both times I just flew.
The aircraft will go to the home point in 10
Come
seconds.
down. Both times I just flew low and fast. I just kept lowering altitude.
Fly cautiously. Manned aircraft approaching.
And that seemed to
Fly
work.
at safe altitude.
A little bit of deacon side to side while keeping the altitude lower, just so that a bird doesn't necessarily want to go full speed if it's like a couple feet off the ground or 10, whatever, you know what I mean. Just try to slow them down, throw their game off. And they haven't gotten me yet, but pretty sure the optimal word there is yet. The summer haze. Let's see, let's turn the view sideways while still flying. This way. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Shoop. Well, yeah, there's nothing. We're 400 feet in the air. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about running into a tree. Seems like the horizon is kind of varying itself. Like we're in the same direction, but now it's off a little bit. I wonder if there's like a loose spot in it where it's a little floppy, or if it really just needs a hardcore calibration. I don't know. I don't even know if I locked my truck when I left. Let me hit that button just in case. Alright. Where are we at? It should be, we're almost over top. Do. There's a weird view for you. Do. Beep, 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 beep. Gimbal up. Alright. Alright, let's see. I think we'll just swap batteries and we'll walk back to the burb. I'm kind of fucking beat, I got to admit. And I kind of miss my cats. Gotta go see how Jeff's doing. I haven't seen him today yet. I believe he was sleeping, and upstairs was, you know, getting the morning started. So I gotta go back and see my buddy, see the rest of the kitty cats. Ronnie was pretty much glued to me this morning, so I wonder if he had a bad dream overnight or something. So let's swap batteries. I'll take a look at chat. Oh, sorry it wasn't much more of an exciting hike and flight, but at least we got to get out a little bit. Let's look for battery 3, number 3. Kill battery. Back. I think we got the tink situated. Scruff dog. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. I guess you missed. My cat started having really bad seizures again. So he is at home, very medicated. And I did not get a chance to see him today before I left, so we'll go see the big guy. Alright, let's see. Let's give it a minute. There's someone walking their bike very, very slowly. I get it, they're probably tired. This is all hills here. Hey, what are you looking at? You're looking at my arm. So we'll give that person a moment, and then we'll walk down. And well, this might be really interesting. Now there's traffic coming in. Make sure Mavis doesn't crash into any fucking cars. Or the other way around. Oh, well, now we are flying. We'll, once we get back to the burb, we'll have a vape. Well, I'll have a vape, and you can have whatever you would like to have, and we'll have a cheers to the big guy, and then go from there. Tomorrow I got to get some tires, used tires. Ain't no way in hell I can afford anything new. Not right now. All right. They are really. Are you going to turn right and go into the neighborhood, or are you going to keep going? You're just taking your time. All right, that's cool. It's Sunday. I'm not in a hurry. You in a hurry? I hope not. It'll end up being a 2-hour stream anyway. Clive? What about Clive? Yeah, last week I missed Clive. I totally, like, missed that he joined chat. Look back, someone was like, you know Clive was there. I went, oh, no. So, if you happen to see this there, Mr. Clive, my bad. I try to acknowledge everyone I see. The big guy. Oh no, the big guy, that's Jeff. That's my cat, Jeff. He's the big guy. He's big and he's big and orange. Yeah, I might be able to. Oh no, I gotta set that up. So you can like share pictures with the app, but you kinda gotta set it up ahead of time. And I don't feel like diving into my picture app on the phone right now. But he's the orange and white cat that you may or may not have seen in various shots. That's the big guy. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this follow shot on back.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Whoop. Active track. If you do parallel, it kind of follows you at like 45-degree angle. Okay. Like it tries to do it, you know, like I guess if you're going slow enough, it'll do kind of to your side. But you don't really want to use that too much on a drone that does not have sideways obstacle avoidance, because it misses shit. And most of your demonstration videos will show that. Did I grab all my shit? Yeah. Most of your demonstration will show you if that thing's flying sideways, it's just gonna crash into every goddamn thing. So yeah, let's see. Next week, we're going to see. Let's see how many old internet heads we got here. Does anybody remember when it hit YouTube, and I guess, you know, the tech people, the what the hell do they call it, the most useless machine in the world? The thing where you've seen different on memes and different shit where you flick a switch and then the box turns itself off. You turn the switch on, the box turns itself off. I got one of those that I made 10 years ago, I guess. And I found it, and it might still work. It's still got the AA batteries in it that I crammed in it to make it work. So those are definitely bad. Christ, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna turn around and watch it. Wow, that wasn't fucking sketchy at all. Jesus. Sorry for the beeps. As we've learned, there's just nothing I can do with them. So, can you see her? Is that... I can't tell which pixel. Oh, that should be which pixel on screen is my drone. As long as she, I smell a cherry, or like a cherry cigar. That smells nice. As long as she keeps dropping altitude, she should avoid all this shit. But yeah, so I got the most useless machine in the world. We'll try to do what we always do. Drop an 18650 in it. I've also finally got around, and Lori sent me the circuit I need to add for the additional MOSFET resistor. The fuck was it? MOSFET resistor, I think a diode, to put on my charge modules so that I can safely use them and just leave them plugged in. So that when it's plugged in, it uses the power from the power supply and not the battery supply. So it doesn't overcharge the 18650s. I don't know that I have what I need yet, but if I do, or if I can find something to rip it off of in time, then we may add that to the old light. And then there's another light that I may add that to. That's upstairs, what I call the Jeff light. It's a red night light I have upstairs in the pet room, so that at night there you can see a little bit more lit up for everybody. Alright. Let me see where they're going. So that I don't cross the street and they have to drive into the drone. Alright. So, that guy had a big ass grin on his face when he saw Mavis sitting there. Alright. Stopped. Oh, I didn't record any of that. Oh well. That's always fun. Right when you go to start coming for a land and the wind picks up all of a sudden. Alright. Gimbal up. I'm going to take this off. Alright, everybody. So next week we'll be at the bench. Actually, hold on, let me look at chat first, then I'll... Hold on, let me put this down. Oh yeah, grab your shit for cheers. Grab your accoutrements. I'll give you a moment. See what's up with Chitty Chatty Chit Chat. But I missed some good stuff. The useless box, yes. Yeah, that was another one for it. Yeah, anyone that uses an Arduino or any kind of a mini Pi or whatever to do the most useless machine in the world is, I guess they're just having fun, because it's literally, you just need a switch and a, what is it? How do I have it set up? Is it 2 micro switches and a servo motor? Christ, I don't even remember what the schematic for it is, but I guess we'll figure it out. I'm not going to unglue it, but we should be able to figure out what's going on with it just by opening it up. Like, I don't remember. I just remember the server I used was off my crashed helicopter. It's okay, girl. You're not going to crash like that. You just may have an arm fly off it. Anyway, moving right along. So, does everybody have a thing here? Let me... Have you seen one with the loads of fingers? A little cheap, but it's like a set of, oh, well, yeah, like tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I've seen it's a bunch of series of switches. All right. So, hit them if you got them. Cheers to Mr. Jeffrey. Cheers to Tiny Mama. She had that cyst surgery, like one of the last big pieces of scab fell off yesterday. There's just a little tiny left, so she's doing well. She's doing just fine as well. So, and all kitties. So cheers to Jeff, Tiny Mama, and everybody's kitties and doggies and pets and snakies and everything. So cheers. Yeah, I would love to have a cup of tea. I will be having some tea when I get home. Get a shower. Start figuring out tomorrow. What the hell am I doing tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I'm going to eat some Watson tomorrow. I'll just say this, folks. Remember when for any younger people that are watching this or that may watch it in the future, you never think of everything when you pick a career. Like when you're a material handling equipment specialist and you have to go into like meat processing plants. I'm not singling any manufacturers out because they're pretty much all the same, but it is rough in there. I mean, it obviously we don't have people dropping like flies from, eating lunch meat and chicken products and all that, because it gets taken care of at the before everything gets packaged up. But man, it is rough in some of them plants. Whew. And when I was vegan, it was really rough in some of them plants. Ain't much better now, even now that I'm back to being an omnivore. Anyway, we'll dive into the Mean Green Goblin machine, the most useless machine in the world. I feel like there was something else on the bench I wanted to mess with. We'll figure it out. But I'll should post up by Friday or Saturday. hopefully this week will go smoothly for everyone so that everyone can be positive. And I'm gonna get ready to pack up and head home and get gas. Got to get gas. I think today's the last day that Maryland has its gasoline tax break. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty here. So I'm gonna go top off with whatever I can. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I will see everybody next week. Have a groovy week, and if need be, I'll update as we go. Where the hell is my stream phone? Next week, am I going to live stream from the shower? No, I'm sorry, Mr. 8Cake. Not this time. I'll put that on the to-do list, though. You know, just so you know. Well, I am so far away from the end stream button. Let's see. What am I doing here? Am I on? Oh, I'm still sharing the screen. That's right. Shit. Let me put it in a camera mode. Let me do that. And there's the end button. So, let's see. What did it do last time? It like stopped on 2. I'm going to try that again. I want to see the exact moment it kills it if you stop it from this end. So, I'm going to hit the end button on 2. Well, actually, I'll start at 4. I'll go 4, 3, I'll hit the end button, and then on 1, I'll hit the confirm button. I think that'll be enough time. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't worry about me. So, 4, 3, 2, 1. It didn't ask to end it. See ya.